What's up guys, JV2017 here, and today I'm going to show you how to install and play with mods using the new mods menu and Bethesdanet. If this is all news to you, this feature was released yesterday in open beta on Steam, which means right now, at the moment, as I'm recording this video, you can only do this on PC. However, I'm sure this process will work exactly the same way on consoles once mod support comes to the Xbox One in May and PS4 in June. So if you're watching this in the future to learn how to install mods on your console, this guide should still work for you as well. Once you've downloaded Update 1.5, whether you're in the open beta now or it's been officially released, you will see this new mods menu on the title screen. And once you click it, you'll see a login screen. I think this login screen is actually not going to show because I'm automatically going to log in. I think it saves your information once you've done it a few times, but you will need a Bethesdanet account in order to log in and start browsing and downloading mods. So I've left a link in the description to a page that will help you set up that Bethesdanet account if you have not already. And it's probably a good idea to get that done right now and remember your password if you're a console player, you know. And so you've got all that set up once it's going to come to consoles, once we have, mod support on consoles. So once you've logged in, let's go ahead and log in here. So once you've logged in, you'll see several rows of mods that represent different categories. You've got most popular this week, most popular all time, and then you can scroll down. And some are divided by popularity, highest rating, most downloaded, things like that, while others are more specific, like armor, animals, characters, audio, very more specific things like that. You've even got DLC based stuff. So for example, we've got an automatron category here, which is really interesting, and I'm sure we'll see something for Far Harbor. And there might be Wasteland Workshop somewhere in here, but I don't really see that. I haven't been able to find that either. So anyways, as you can tell, you scroll up and down to see more categories and scroll to the right to see more different options within the same category. Now let's go ahead and choose one of these mods and go through the downloading process just to see how that works. So we're going to scroll down and get ourselves a mini nuke minigun just to see what happens. So each time you click and choose one of these mods, normally this is going to load up and give you kind of a general picture. Sometimes it doesn't load for whatever reason, but there's going to be screenshots. So let's just hop in another one with some better screenshots that it might actually load. No? Okay, maybe not. So usually the person who created the mod will supply some screenshots and kind of a description. There we go. So this is what we're going to be playing around with. That's fun. Hopefully this starts with some... Yeah, it adds some ammo, so that's good. So anyways, this will show you, kind of some screenshots, a few things. That's what you're going to see up here. And, on the bottom, you will have on the right panel the name of the mod and a description that the creator has written specifically for the mod. So this is made by whoever created this mod, and hopefully this gives you some useful information. This is some pretty useful information. It shows you exactly where you can pick up this weapon that you can put into the game. And then on the left side for each mod, you'll have these different options. So first off is favorite. And if you favorite a mod, it'll show up in... Okay, well... okay, there we go. It just favorited. That's cool. Didn't work the first time. But if you favorite a mod, you'll be able to access it more easily. I think there's a way to access it here on the game, but if there's not, there's also another way via the Bethesdanet site that we're going to look at. Obviously, you have the download option. So we're going to go ahead and start the download. Of course, you need to download it in order to have it. So it's already downloaded, and it's already in place. It's already available for me. If I were to hop into a game and go to Sanctuary, it would already be there. So that was incredibly quick. Of course, some mods are going to take longer to download and work like that, but it was that easy. And then, of course, delete if you want to remove it, rate if you want to rate it, and I'm sure this is how Bethesda determines, highest rated, whatever, just people going through and rating mods. And then report. I'm sure they have this option here in case something inappropriate slipped through the cracks of Bethesda's vetting process. Some people may need to have their mods reported and removed, and so that's what that function is for. So now that we've downloaded and immediately kind of enabled the mod, I do want to point out if I click disable here, it's not going to work. If I click enable, it is going to work. And so it's that easy. Just that click right there will handle, what you need in order to get this mod working. Now, before we see that mod in action, I just want to point out something at the bottom of the screen here called load order. And if you are familiar with modding, especially in Bethesda games, I don't know if this applies to other, games and modding on PC because I'm fairly new to all of it. But load order is something that basically determines which order you need to load your mods in, because some mods will need to load before others because they are not compatible, or for example, one mod will override another if it's not in a specific load order. So you have to reorder certain mods. You can disable some from this menu, enable others, And so, for example, if I click reorder, it'll give me this up-down arrow, and I can kind of move this up and down if I were to have multiple mods, but I don't. But that's just a very basic way to show off exactly how this load order system works. And if you have a lot of mods running, that is something you're going to have to actually deal with. And so let's just see, for example, I was looking at another mod somewhere in here. I can't remember where it was, but it completely outfitted Red Rocket in a different way. Okay, let's just not deal with that right now. But for example, let's see. Sometimes you'll look in the description on some of these and it'll say this is where the load order needs to be. So you need to go in to the load order menu and kind of mess around with that to make sure everything is working and everything is in the right order. All right, so I've hopped into a game, and this is just on a normal difficulty. I do believe that mods are disabled in survival mode, so that's something to keep in mind. Unfortunately, that is the case. And so if all is well, then there should be a magical, and yes, there is, a mini nuke minigun sitting right here for me. So let's go ahead and pick that up and pick up 99 mini nukes. And again, we're not in survival, so that's not weighing me down. So let's go ahead, hop in, and see how this weapon works out, because it sure should, you know, just work like normal. Oh my goodness, that is incredible. Wow, those go really far. Wow. I'm really surprised at how good this thing works, guys. I'm gonna be honest, I did not try this before, and I am genuinely, wow. It just works so well. It works exactly how you think it would. I'm really genuinely surprised by this. But anyways, guys, this is just one example of something that works really well in this system, in this new just Bethesdanet integrated system. It's very accessible, as I mentioned before, easy to work with. It's not something that you're going to have to go into a separate menu, download some other software to mess around with. No. It's just very simple, and it works. All right, so now we're looking at the Bethesdanet side of things, and you simply go to Bethesdanet. You can go here and then kind of navigate to where you need to go in terms of mods. You can click up here on mods and it'll bring you right to mods.bethesda.net. I've left a link in the description below so you guys can just go there directly. So once you get here, you're going to see the total number of mods, which right now is 200. I want to point out when I was, preparing for this video earlier, it was only 196. So they've added 4 mods already. I believe they're adding mods at, a pretty steady rate, which is pretty exciting stuff. So you're basically seeing a very similar kind of menu setup here, starting with most popular, latest, highest rated, most favorited, stuff like that. So if I click view all right here, then I can more easily just go through all of these mods. There's tons of options here, and it's kind of some similar options that you saw before. I thought that was the mini nuke Gatling. Oh, there it is, mini nuke minigun right there. So you can also do lots of interesting things like filtering. This is something they showed in their reveal video. There are tons and tons and tons of different filters to go through and check out. It's really cool stuff. So for example, if I wanted to go through and look at clothing only, click clothing. I'm sure you guys know exactly, and click apply. And there you go. Got a lot of different clothing options and whatnot. They've also got this My Mods section here as well. So if I go to My Mods, again, you guys saw that I favorited it. So favorited is going to show up right here, which is really cool. So if you favorite it, it's going to be here. Bookmark your favorite mods. Very easy right there. And then my library as well is going to show all of the different mods that I have downloaded. If I decide to make some mods using the creation kit, which is something I plan on covering later this week, then it would show up right here under authored, and then I'd be able to manage it and whatnot from there. But this is a pretty much another interface, another way to look. They just added another mod. That's insane as I was recording this. So this is pretty much a different interface and also just a different way to access this stuff if you wish to do so. But I think you can pretty much do a lot of the same basic things within the game. And a lot of the filtering options I really wish were in the game itself. I actually wish that the mod menu, if I want to make a little criticism here, maybe they can improve this. I wish it was easier to see more categories within the game. They kind of have it in a similar fashion here where it's hard to kind of see more categories. It would be cool if they had a different kind of view for that, just my opinion. But anyways, guys, I hope this helped you. I hope this showed you exactly what you need to do in order to download mods and get started. And again, this should work for console players as well. If you're waiting for these mods, this should work. I'd like to hear from you guys. After watching this video, what kind of mods are you going to download first? I mean, weapons like this that are that easy to download are going to be so fun to just mess around with, play around with. I mean, I'm sure there's tons of other options I haven't even began to explore. I'd like to know what your plans are in the comment section below. Alright guys, today I showed you how to download and install mods via the new mods menu in Fallout 4. And next time we will cover more Fallout on my channel, so stay tuned for Fallout 4 tips and tricks videos. If you learned something new or enjoyed this video, remember to hit that like button, I would really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe for more survival mode videos, my creation kit overview, Far Harbor DLC, and general tips and tricks videos. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.